Click on the subscribe button to watch more videos on my YouTube channel, and also click on this bell icon to get all notifications on your mail.
Hi friends, in this video I'm going to explain how to develop a cylinder solid box. I will explain this tutorial and go on to the AutoCAD software. You can observe on the 3D modeling. After go on to the workspace settings, you can observe this command and let's get started. And you can observe the cylinder specify base radius. I am selecting the base radius after giving the cylinder command, and I'm giving the 50 and I'm giving the specific height. For example, I'm giving the specific height like this 100, and this is the cylinder height of height is 100. You want to change the dimensions, you can observe the elliptical and the radius and the height. You want to change the height, here you want to change by double click on the cylinder object, and the color is by layer. You want to change any of the color and select the different colors as your wish. And this is the one of the cylinder is completed. This cylinder has the different types of features. I will explain this. You can observe the specify center point at base, and I'm selecting again the base center point and giving the radius or diameter. After the cylinder specify height, it asking the 2 point and the axis end point. I will explain with the 2 point, and the cylinder specify the first point and second point and rotate like this on any of the angle of the 360 degrees. You can develop the model with the specify height by using the 2 point locations. You can observe by using the 2 point I'm giving like this. You want to change the dimensions, you can also change by double click on that object. I'm giving the height 50 and the radius is 50. Height is 300, and you want to change the color, you can also change the color. And again I want to explain with the cylinder specify base radius and selecting the axis. Next I want to select the axis end point. You can observe the axis end point like this. It is rotating. If any of the axis, you can give the cylinder on the 360 degrees position as your wish of the 90 degree or 180 degree, any of you want, and give the height is 250. And the elliptical is you want to give the elliptical. I will explain with the tutorial. In this tutorial I will explain the elliptical object also. I want to give the different type of multiple objects like this. I will give the examples. Specify the height and the radius and the axis end point. Select the axis end point like this, and you can observe this like this. You can develop these type of models. Then specify the height and the axis end point. Select the axis end point different from the specify height. This is the 2 point and the axis end point. The first one is the normal specific height object. Here you can observe the height is varies. You can observe, you want to change on the axis end point, the height is varies. With respect to the axis end point only, the dimension is continuously. You want to change the dimension, you can also change the dimensions. You want to select the colors from the different colors, you can also select the different colors like this. And this is the cylinder solid object is completed with the 3 features, and I will explain with some of the features are there in the cylinder. And go on to the cylinder command and 3 point. You want to develop with the 3 point pattern. You want to select the cylinder object, select the 3 points on anywhere on the screen, and the cylinder is developed, and give the specific height by double click on that object. Also you can give by the command prompt, you can give the height and the radius, and this is the 80 and 100 I am considering, and give the cylinder. Next one is the 2 point, how to create the 2 point, and select like this and give the cylinder specific height of 2 point of the after selecting the 2 point, and I'm giving the specific height like this, and simply drag like this and give the any of the points. I'm selecting the 2 points by using the without using the specific height. Select the 2 point or drag like this. You can observe this type of the one of the different types of you can observe on the screen. This is the specific height is located, and select that object and double click on that. You can change the objects radius and the height as same as previous. And again cylinder, some of the features are there. Next one is the 2 point and the tangent. You want to give the tangent object on developing in between the tangent objects. You want to develop any of the cylinder object, any of the 3D model solid, how to develop this. And I'm giving the circle command and give the 50 radius for example, and one of the line is parallel to the top the circle. This is the one of the lines I'm considering without any of the default dimensions you can observe on the screen. On in between the these two sides, I want to develop the object, and go into the object snap settings, all of object snap on, and select all, and the 3D object snap is also on. You can observe 3D object snap, and click on OK, the drafting settings, and select all. Click on OK, check these marks all are correct or not, and you want to go into the cylinder and select the TTR, and select you can observe the tangent symbol is observed on the screen, and select the 2 points where you observe the tangent. Then you can observe the one of the model is created. You can see this type of model you can observe by using this tangent. With respect to the other objects, you can develop the object by using the TTR on the tangent, and go into the cylinder object again, and one is there, and the next one is the elliptical. How to create the elliptical objects by using the cylinder object, I will explain. And you can specify the first point and the other end point, and end point of the axis is required, the major and minor axis of the elliptical object, and select the height. As you wish, you can give the any of the height, and give the you can observe the major radius and the minor radius, and the rotation and the height is mentioned on the properties. You can observe. You want to change the color, you can change as you wish, and see by this major and minor axis you want to change by using this. And next one is elliptical, has the different feature, and again select the elliptical. Here you can observe the center, how to create by using the center. See, and then go into the center option, and you can observe any of the point you want to select on the center. You want to any of the object center located on that point, you want to locate the any of the object. By using the center option, you can create the different type of objects already explained in the previous tutorial of the box. And the cylinder specify height give like this, and select the double click on that. You can observe the major and minor axis. You want to change the minor axis, and the rotation angle also you can change by using this. Again, I'm giving the center option and specify the center, and the distance you can observe the distance also. What are the performations I'm performing, you can observe on the command prompt, and select like this. You can observe the rotation like this. You can change the rotations by using the axis and point. Same as previous, you can give the elliptical objects also by using the axis and point. You can change the different type of objects like this by using the 360 degrees angle, where you want to develop the angle, for example 45, 65 degrees or 90 degrees. Any of the angle you want to locate this model, you can also locate this model by using this method. These are the different types of features are available in the cylindrical object. You want to change the visualization styles and the isometric and the different types of top view, front view you want to observe after developing the model. Go into the visualize. You can observe the views palette. You can observe the different types of views, and southeast isometric and like northwest isometric. Like select like this, you can observe the isometric view. You want to develop the detailed drawing, these type of views are very helpful. And go into the visualize also, and the different types of visual styles are available. You want to rotate this and give the 3D orbit option, and then nothing but the 3D orbit command on the prompt, and it will observe the one of the icon will changes, and simply drag the mouse. You can rotate any of them objects like this. You want to pan the object from move the objects from one place to another place, you can use the simply move and copy commands. And see, this is by using the pan option. This is the basic tutorial for the beginners how to develop the cylindrical box objects in AutoCAD software.